bushy blonde hairdo, serving USA.
Did that song make you think of the beach? Take a look at this picture. Now listen to the waves. How did the picture of the beach versus the sound of the waves make you feel? Of the beach.
Well, I kind of feel like it's a little edited, so sometimes with pictures of the beach, I feel like if they're edited, it doesn't make me feel like it's real enough to really believe that I'm at the beach. But I live by the beach, so during the sunset, it sometimes looks like that, but I love the beach, so it looks wonderful. Well, with that, I felt like I was actually at the beach. Like, if I closed my eyes and I just felt like I was laying there in my beach chair and felt like I could hear it, and I felt more like I was there. Like I was actually at the beach rather than just the picture. Okay, well, so with the image, I felt like that definitely made me think of the beach, but then so did the sounds also. But when I was listening to the sounds, I felt like by hearing it, it made me think about it conceptually and was giving me more of an example of the beach rather than just looking at it. Because if I look at something, I can think of something else. I'll think of a memory from the beach, but when I'm hearing it, I feel like I'm at the beach.
So what is actually happening in our brains chemically when we hear the sound of waves versus when we see a picture of the beach? The human body contains trillions of cells, with a typical cell containing around 1 billion protein molecules, with about 10,000 different kinds of protein in each cell. The outer membranes of cells have receptors, which are proteins that bind signaling molecules that are circulating around the cell. The receipt of a signaling molecule by a receptor activates signal transduction proteins within the cell that initiate chemical reactions affected by enzymes.
So, what was going on when we saw the picture of the beach? The parahippocampal police area, which is an area of the visual cortex, is tuned to respond to natural environments. This area works with another area called the retrosplenial cortex to organize the space in which we move around.
The RSC reacts more vigorously to familiar places. The brain's responses to beautiful landscapes involve neuronal ensembles in the visual cortex that classify environments, and these areas fire together with neurons in the reward systems. Dopamine systems are involved in the processing of information related to rewards. Rewards have an emotional function by inducing subjective feelings of pleasure. So, when we see a picture of the beach, dopamine is being released in our brains, and that is why we feel enjoyment and pleasure when we see a picture of the beach. Then what is happening in our brains when we hear the waves?
The effects of hearing the ocean can actually calm your body. When we are near, on, in, or underwater, we get a cognitive break because less information is coming in, thus easing our brains, which also leads to calmness in our bodies. The sounds of water can often lead to a meditative state. This makes our brains go into a state of mild attentiveness, which makes our brains focus on the water, and that then leads to us blocking everything else going on in our brains and around us. This makes the brain relaxed but very focused. The sounds of ocean waves creates different chemical reactions in the brain. For example, serotonin is a neurotransmitter involved in the transmission of nerve impulses. It is manufactured in our bodies using the amino acid tryptophan.
It increases the amount of serotonin made by the brain. Serotonin is a chemical that helps maintain a happy feeling and keeps our moods under control by helping with sleep, calming anxiety, and relieving depression. All of this can be found in the brain while listening to the ocean, which is why we get the calming effects in our bodies. Since the chemical serotonin is present while enjoying the sound of waves crashing, this is why we can experience the benefits to the effects that the ocean has on your brain. It can calm someone down and help get rid of anxiety. It can help ease pain when the brain is so relaxed and also help with depression.
Listening to ocean waves can also lead to a better night's sleep. When your brain is calmed and relaxed, there are so many things, mentally and physically, that can improve in your body. So all in all, the happy brain chemicals are present whether we see a picture of the beach or we are just listening to the waves. So next time you find yourself at the beach, take it all in and appreciate the chemical reactions going on in your brain that are making you feel happy, calm, and relaxed.
Created using Powtoon.